Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the collective. Collective, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Collective, I hope that you're doing well. This is a part of the Major Arcana series, and if you found yourself here, you are in the energy of number 10 of the Major Arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is often known as the divine timing card. It's this sense in you that things are coming into alignment. Good luck, good fortune also allow the wheel to spin in your favor. So we can see here the classic Ouroboros, the snake eating itself, kind of representing this rebirth. It's interesting because I'm looking at this card very closely. There's this, seems to be like a figure, but I want to say seed. It feels like there's this seed contained therein, that in the process of shedding skins and rebirth, there is also this new thing that has been planted. It's being carried by spirit, but it's been waiting for you. So whoever is at this reading right now, there's been something that has been in the works for a long time. Whatever it is that has come to your mind, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's almost as if you have paid your dues. Spirit just said paid your dues. Now, that's kind of a complicated topic because it brings up the idea of karma, of struggle towards an end that sometimes we don't know what it is that we're struggling for. But I feel as though things are turning for you. The tide is turning. It's as if you're being lifted out of a situation. And something is growing, something is germinating. It's almost as if it's like ready to hatch, that it's ready to breach the surface. Like if it's a seed under the ground, it's like you've watered it, you've planted it, you've watered it, you've cared for it, and it's just about to breach the surface. And you can sense that. And you're excited by it. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is also represented by the planet Jupiter, the planet of expansion. So there's a little bit of a double-edged sword to the planet of expansion because you want to be careful about what exactly it is that you're expanding. It's almost as if the universe is not making judgment calls on what it is that you want to expand. But if your mind is constantly going to negative thoughts, negative thought patterns, you're going to continue to replicate that over and over and over, and it's going to expand. So we want to be very cognizant and careful about what we're putting out into the world, what we're telling ourselves, how we're thinking of ourselves, thinking about our circumstances, our bodies, our families, our jobs, whatever situation that you find yourself in. If you knew you had the kind of momentum of the Wheel of Fortune, this ability to create abundance, make sure that the abundance that you're creating is positive and works for you. So I'm going to be using 3 decks for your reading today, collective. The first one we are familiar with. For the overall energy, the White Witch Tarot. For the base spread of the reading, What We've Forgotten Oracle deck, and the tarot reading will be with the Artist Decoded. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the collective, identifying with the Wheel of Fortune. 3 cards for the base spread. The first cards will describe where we've been. The second, where we're going. the third card will be advice from Spirit. I will pull clarifiers from the tarot. Okay, 3 cards out. I'm going to get the clarifiers from the tarot. One more for the Wheel of Fortune. 2 cards came out. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to take this extra card as part of your overall energy. Number 17, the Star. Look, it's all about healing, the healing that you've done, the dues that you've paid, and now it's about wish fulfillment, right? Wishing upon a star. This sense that our deepest wants and desires coming true. Kind of also, like, I see this beautiful lakeside, what appears to be this lakeside. It's like stepping into the waters, the emotional realm, aligning your emotions to this frequency of wish fulfillment. That, you know, they say that imagine as if you have it now. All the abundance that you want, you have it now. You have it now. It's almost like telling your mind, reprogramming yourself to not be in any kind of lack mentality. It's this beautiful energy that is totally fueled by your own will and your own willpower. So it's something that you're fully capable of, and I see it here. It's so amazing. The character is turned away from the viewer. It's almost like I'm not looking back, only forward from here. Spirit just showed me, you know, all of the things that people have been seeing in the skies, these balls of light. I don't know if that's relevant for some of you. I have never personally seen, but maybe some of you have, and it struck you, it all struck you. So that's coming through. I don't know if there's this, you feel connected to that otherworldly energy. Kind of, I just was watching a video, I think it was on Facebook. I guess there's this place in, I want to say Arizona. It's like a lookout point. It's specifically a lookout point that they have created, like the Park Service or something. And they call it the something lights. I don't know. Sorry, this is not helpful. But it's like the Mesa lights, or like the something lights, where people stand in this spot at dusk, right? It's huge expanse of land, let's say in Arizona, and you can see for like 100 miles, like all the canyons in the distance, and it's like these kind of flatlands. People have stood in the spot for hours and hours waiting for the sun to go down, and then it's pitch black, totally pitch black, and these lights appear in the sky like this. And scientists, no one can explain it. They don't know where the light comes from, but it comes every night, I think. And it's really striking. They look like plasma balls. They look like energies, concentrated, focused, and that's kind of what Spirit is saying. There's this singular focus that you have right now. It's like you've mastered your ability to manifest, and you're walking directly to it. And the momentum of the Wheel of Fortune is really guiding you there, lifting you there. Star card is also represented in the tarot by Aquarius energy. Aquarian energy, to me, feels very, very independently minded. They kind of blaze their own trail. So I see something with you where you are, you know, you might be stepping away from conventional thought, conventional behavior in order to strike out on your own. This also suggests to me that it's not necessarily popular with everyone, but it's something that means a tremendous amount to you, right? So the Spirit is showing me nothing but positive energy with this card, though. I mean, I feel like there may be some hesitation on your part. Can I do it? It's something I've wanted for so long. But can I actually do it? Can I actually traverse these waters and Okay, Spirit just said reach the promised land. I don't know what that means. Traverse these waters and reach the promised lands. I feel as though when I look at this card, I can hear the lapping of the water along the coastline. It's like I can hear your footsteps, like as you enter into the water. This is all metaphorical, of course. I think you're being really brave for yourself. And if that's the case, I'm very proud of you. It's not easy. I wouldn't say that there's like a lot of detractors, but I would say that there are some people that I think worry about you. I don't know if this thing that you've wished for, okay, thank you, Spirit. I don't know if this thing that you've wished for at one time in your life caused some disappointment. So I don't know if this is talking about like a former relationship or a situation where you got your hopes up and then were disappointed by it. But I want to say that things are different now. You're a different person. Every day that you wake up in the morning and you make decisions and you change the course of your life every single moment of every single day based on your decisions and your actions. And I think this Wheel of Fortune energy is giving you that push that you need to really step onto your path fully. Yeah. So we're going to start with the pile of where we've been. Number 23, which reduces to a 5 in the Major Arcana, which would connect to the Hierophant card. Taurus energy. Taurus, you showed up in your own reading. Aquarius, you also showed up. The card is transmutation. So we can see here, there's kind of the, I don't know, like the astronomy lab. Astrolabe. Spirit just said astrolabe. The astrolabe is this kind of mechanical device that ancient societies used to track the movements of the celestial bodies, the stars. Okay, there's something to that because they keep saying astrolabe. These have been created in many different societies. The specific ones I'm thinking about, like in my mind's eye, are the ones that were created in, I don't know, like ancient Iran and that area of the world. Islamic societies had these beautiful, I don't know if you've ever seen them in museums, but these beautiful astrolabes, just very high caliber astronomy happening. They're also talking, Spirit's saying the Antikythera mechanism, which if you are not familiar with that, that's based out of something that was found in the waters off of Greece. The Antikythera mechanism is also kind of, they call it the world's first computer because it was this tremendously complicated mechanical physical device that not only tracked the movements of the stars and the planets, but also was a calendar for major events on the Earth realm for, I guess, Greek society, like the Olympics in ancient Greek society. So I don't know why they're bringing all this up. You may have a very pointed interest in these kinds of inventions. You yourself may have seen somebody, an astrologer, who read your birth chart, and I'm also hearing, what's it called? Human design. I'm not familiar with, I've never had my kind of profile in human design read, but human design is also this understanding of how your birth chart, this is what I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong, but like how your birth chart, how your birthday dictates different centers in the body, in the energetic body, that help or hinder you in decision making, in action, in your life path. So it's very, very, it's like scientific, but also mystical. And so I'm feeling that vibe for you, that this is something that has preoccupied your thoughts, but in the sense that it has helped motivate you to take action. So now Spirit is showing me this, I guess, this fact of, I can't remember which president, no, it was Rockefeller, maybe. It was one of these old, early 20th century tycoons that they built their entire empire with the help of astrologers and understanding of astrology and numerology. That's how they built their fortune and made decisions, right? So obviously we want to be very measured and balanced in how we, bring our abundance in. So however that works for you. But I see this here. I see this exploration within you. It's clarified by the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords brings in a lot of truth and clarity. All the Knights of the Tarot are very fast movers. This is the fastest. It's like this urgent message that Spirit wanted to bring in for you so that you could understand how to move from that moment forward. It's almost as if this understanding, these facts came in and you used those facts to up-level your life. I'm going to ask for a clarifier more about the message that the Knight brought in. The Swords energy is air sign energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. The Emperor in reverse, number 4 of the major arcana, Aries energy. The Emperor is the ultimate divine masculine, the power of all 4 kings of the tarot. This is somebody who is boss, CEO energy, trailblazer, somebody who likes to be in control, very highly motivated, highly intelligent. CEO energy. So the card was in reverse though. So I was asking, what message did the Knight of Swords bring in? I think they brought in something that showed you where you were in some kind of disempowered movement within your life. It was almost as if you felt like you had no choice. The Emperor in reverse is not great. Because it causes somebody to be very much in their ego, to feel on the defense, to feel as though they don't have choices, they're backed into a corner. And it's almost as if this Knight came in and showed you how you could liberate yourself. So I almost see it as, I was listening to an audiobook yesterday. It's very funny. So I used to work in a bookstore. I worked in a bookstore for 8 years. And I loved that job. I mean, that job was really hard. A long time ago at this point. But we always there were always bestsellers. Mark Twain, anything Mark Twain, like The Color Purple, To Kill a Mockingbird, like Animal Farm, all kinds of books, right? Books that kids read in school. And one of the books that made that bestseller list was The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Paulo Coelho? I think that's his name, Coelho. And so the first time I ever read that book, which was like, I don't even know, 12 years ago at this point, I hated it. And anytime somebody on the staff would recommend it, I would like give them dirty looks, because it was so, to me, it just felt so, this was before my spiritual awakening, I will tell you that. I don't know. I felt it was too hopeful. I felt very cynical about it. And it's not like me to be cynical. I hate when I'm in that cynical spot. But for some reason, that book triggered me. Like, I can understand why it would now. Because I was not in a place to receive that message. And for some reason, Spirit said, you should listen to it again. So I started listening to the audiobook, which there's one version that Jeremy Irons narrates, and it's like, I've only listened to a couple chapters, but he does a spectacular job. Anyway, all of the themes in The Alchemist talk about how this one character meets different versions of not only Spirit along his journey, but also like different versions of himself. It's very, very spiritual. And listening to it again, it's almost like some veil was taken off of me. And I'm not saying I'm like, run out, go read this book. A lot of people have, but for me, it was like a liberation, a feeling of liberation. Like finally you can be in this place where you accept what has blocked your path and how part of that was your own self. So that's where we've been. Where we're going, number 53 reduces to an 8, the strength card of the major arcana, this place where we deal with our ego, all of our triggers and our traumas and the things that incite us to be on the defensive. When we're in the energy of the strength card, we rise above it. We act courageously on our own behalf. Thank you, Spirit. The word is ancestors. So where are we going? We're approaching this place where we're starting to see the signs and synchronicities, starting to understand the abundance, and then feeling in the space of deep gratitude for those who have sacrificed for us. Whether they're, your family in spirit, they're your family alive here, this sense of deep gratitude towards everyone who helped you along the way, who carried you when you were in a space of shadow. And there's such a calmness to it. In one aspect, it's almost, it feels a little judgmental, but it looks judgmental, but it doesn't feel that way intuitively to me. It's almost like they're paying deference to you. Like you're standing on this side of the room and they're praying, but it's almost like they're bowing their head slightly to acknowledge all of the work, the dues that you've put in to elevate yourself. What likewise is this deep gratitude on your part, and it's clarified by the number 5, the 5 of Wands. This can be a card of an acknowledgement that we've been fighting amongst ourselves, that there's this internal struggle that you've been through, that you're rising above, like doubt, fear. I almost see this as a scene from Les Miserables. I don't know, it's like, do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? It's like about revolution, right? But it's this triumphant feeling that the inner battle that you've had with yourself is coming to an end. You're allowing yourself to come into alignment with your higher aspect. And there's a sense of celebration here. And I will tell you something, I've never read this card that way, ever. But I just see these kind of flags being held up in a parade. Let's get a clarifier. Judgment, number 20, major arcana, the Judgment card. answering the call of spirit, choosing to answer that call, choosing to kind of, sometimes they call this the card of like resurrecting something from the past or from the dead. These ideas or things that have been on the back burner. But I see it a little differently for you today. It's almost as if it's not a resurrection, but rather a remembering. Do you remember who you are? Like in an otherworldly sense, all your past lives combined, all the Akashic records of your lives, all your lives opened, even if those lives involved you being a starseed. Different dimensions, different timelines, all coalescing in this sense that you are figuring it out. You're having this epiphany and really understanding what it is that you're meant to be doing here. It's the hardest thing that we can tackle, but it's also really satisfying when we know what we're supposed to do, whatever that is. You know, I always tell people that for me, reading tarot is a destined path. It is a calling in every sense of the word. I know it through and through and through, and I will do it forever, for as long as I live. I'm supposed to channel messages, right? But it took 40 some years of my life to figure it out. But that wasn't wasted time, right? All of the energy we put into figuring out ourselves along the way, it all adds up to this. So, advice from Spirit, again, a number 8, that's 2 8s in your reading. The cardinal directions. So looking at these north, south, east, west, maybe the cardinal signs. All the cardinal signs are the ones that open their season in the zodiac. And it's almost as if they're unlocking this grand map. It's like a cosmic map that I see. And it looks intimidating at first. Spirit is showing me that, like, the wheel of fortune is causing this great thrust and motivation in you, but you're opening up a whole new world of possibility, and that can be really intimidating. But Spirit is saying, keep your focus, keep your directionality, understand that you want to move forward in your progress. Don't be intimidated by the complexity. It's almost as if just focus on one passage at a time. You'll be able to traverse everything, but you can't do it without taking that first initial step. It's almost as if like we're looking at this grand cosmic labyrinth, and if we looked at it all at once, it would almost paralyze us. So Spirit is kind of reminding you to almost like get back to basics. Just begin at the beginning. Take your first steps. Enjoy the process. Why? It's beautiful. Number 3, the Major Arcana, the Empress card. So you've got the Emperor and the Empress in the same reading. Those are divine counterparts. But I feel like it's just talking about you, the masculine and the feminine, really trying to come together within your own self. The space of doing and the space of receptivity. The Empress has the power of all 4 queens of the tarot. It's Taurian and Libran energy. So Taurus and Libra, you showed up in your own reading. She is the master attractor. Allow the good things to come into your life. Spirit just showed me a welcome mat like outside of the door. It's like you've opened up the door now. And so it's like Spirit's advice to you is just stand at the doorway for a moment and invite all of the good things, all of the abundance in. Welcome it in. Don't stand in front of the door and block it. And you've worked so hard to open the door. That's really beautiful energy. I'm very excited for you. I'm going to get one last card to close out the reading. You know what? They told me to pull an oracle card. I'm going to pull something from... One second. I'm going to pull some... I haven't done this for any of the other signs. I'm going to pull from this deck, the Rose Oracle, for one last message from Spirit. This is for the collective, identifying the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, see? Here we got ancestors, and this says the grandmothers. Remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. Isn't that beautiful? There are the divine feminines in spirit speaking to you. Not just your grandmothers, but the grandmothers. The ancients, the wise, the shamans. Quiet your mind in order to listen to their words. It's like their wise words are going to reverberate off the wind. It's really beautiful. It's very humbling. So that's your reading, collective. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Stay tuned for the next installment, the Justice card.